If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout, the one that makes buying so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce powerhouse behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. So get your own brand online with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates and forget about the coding. Tackle your tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics, and get the word out with built-in marketing and email tools to find and keep new customers. That purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world is just one reason Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR. In business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick two. What if you could have all three? You can with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the blazing fast hyperscaler for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run workloads for less compared with other clouds. OCI costs up to 50% less for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Try OCI for free at oracle.com/DCR. Oracle.com/DCR. 8 a.m. Eastern, August 11th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is down slightly at $120,551. ETH is down slightly at $4,189. XRP is down slightly at $3.21. Business success is about assembling the right team. It's the businesses behind the business that makes it all possible. When you think about businesses growing their sales beyond forecasts like Momofuku, or even a legacy business like Mattel, sure, you think about a product with demand, a focused brand, and influence-driven marketing, but a big component is the business behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Shopify is home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Momofuku uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/DCR, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/DCR to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/DCR.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, Strategy bought 155 Bitcoin at an average price of $116,000, bringing its total holdings to over 628,000 Bitcoins, worth about $76 billion, nearly 3% of Bitcoin's total supply. The coins were purchased using proceeds from sales of its STRF and STRC perpetual preferred stocks. Both are part of Strategy's expanded 4242 plan, now targeting $84 billion in equity and debt raises for Bitcoin buys through 2027. No MSTR common shares were sold last week, with $17 billion still available under that program. The company's Bitcoin stash was acquired at an average price of $73,288, implying around $30 billion in unrealized gains. Well, Rumble plans to acquire Northern Data in an all-stock deal valued at about $1.2 billion, excluding its Bitcoin mining division. Northern Data shareholders would get 2.3 Rumble Class A shares each, giving them roughly 33% of the combined company if all shares are tendered. Majority Northern Data shareholder Tether supports the deal and would become Rumble's largest shareholder, also committing to multi-year GPU purchases. The acquisition would focus on Northern Data's Ardent data centers and Taiga GPU as a service unit. Rumble says the move would make it a global leader in AI cloud services. Rumble shares were up 20% on the news. Well, crypto investment products saw $572 million in net inflows last week, reversing the prior week's outflows. Ethereum funds led with $268 million, their 13th straight week of inflows, pushing year-to-date totals to a record $8.2 billion and assets under management to $32.6 billion. Inflows surged later in the week after the U.S. approved digital assets in 401k retirement plans. Well, TRM Labs traced $34 million in crypto tied to the embargo ransomware group since its emergence in April 2024, with U.S. hospitals, manufacturers, and business services among its victims. Targets included American Associated Pharmacies and hospitals in Georgia and Idaho, with ransom demands up to $1 million. TRM believes embargo is a rebrand of Black Cat, citing shared Rust-based malware, similar leak site design, and overlapping wallet infrastructure. And finally, CEA Industries subsidiary BNC has bought 200,000 BNB for $160 million, making it the largest publicly listed holder of the token. The purchase was made through its treasury arm, BNB Network Company, as part of a strategic shift from nicotine vapes to building a BNB treasury. The company raised $500 million in a private placement led by 10x Capital and CZ's YZ Labs, with plans to keep buying BNB until that capital is used. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Behind every great meal is a person with a story to tell. Hear them on Culinary Characters Unlocked, the podcast that reveals the lives behind the food. Hosted by me, David Page, Emmy Award-winning journalist and creator of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, as I talk with everyone from culinary legends to mom-and-pop standouts about the creativity, grit, and passion that shape the food we love. Follow Culinary Characters Unlocked on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Behind every empire are the people history tried to forget. Lost Roman Heroes tells the stories of the remarkable characters who shaped Rome from its mythical beginnings to its final fall.
Each episode blends armchair storytelling, sharp historical insight, and a bit of humor to bring these lost figures to life. From generals to scientists, from rebels to empresses, from priests to politicians, these lost Roman heroes have one thing in common.
They stood up for civilization when the bad guys threatened, and in doing so, they changed the course of human history. If you're into history that's vivid, surprising, and deeply human, this show's for you.